self-aware people are actually happy people.
I
They
see.
have
That's
positive
true.
disposition. That's one thing. If you are highly aware, you can objectively evaluate yourself. Parang
Mm-hmm.
mali yung ginawa ko. So, mas madali yung compassion kung may self-awareness. Kung
Right,
kilala mo
right.
yung sarili mo, you know what to do. There's critical thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Kung kilala mo rin yung sarili mo, ay hindi na tama to, nasusobrahan na ako dito, you can cope better with stress and difficulties. At kung
Yes.
kilala mo yung sarili mo, mas madali rin mag-collaborate sa iba kasi alam mo yung boundary, alam mo yung ano ka pa, ito yung kaya kong ibigay sa potluck, ito ko yung kaya kong lutuin.
Right, right.
You know your strengths, so diba? So the things that I was telling you, the four C's,
Mm-hmm.
thinking, coping, collaboration, and compassion, it all boils down to a valuable tool called self-awareness. And it's a skill that we often overlook, but
Right.
you guys need. Kami ni Bianca medyo papunta na kami sa, nandun na kami sa kilala na natin yung sarili
Yes,
natin.
yes.
Pero guys, this is the stage for all of you who are in high school or in college. You know, some of the unhappiest, the most miserable adults are the one who don't know themselves because sumakay lang sila sa buhay
So
nung
that's
sila
why,
teenager.
that's why self-awareness is so
Sarili nila.
important.
Yeah.
Right, just to
Be-
avoid that.
because it's
Mm-hmm.
developmentally appropriate at this stage that you pursue that, your sense of identity and self-awareness. And when you are fully self-aware, you can align your behavior with your values. Parang
Yes.
meron kang internal compass na, ay, mali yung ginawa ko, mali yung nasabi ko sa kanya. Parang
Mm-hmm.
hindi tama yon. It's not my values to do that. So you know when to say sorry.
Right,
And
Doc. So, key,
yes.
essential talaga yung self-awareness. So, I think at this point, I hope that's resonated with the people who are watching this episode right now. I like earlier, Doc, how you said everything stems to self-awareness. When you are aware of yourself, you'll be able to practice compassion, you'll be able to collaborate better. So, it's great to see how they all tie back to those roots of self-awareness. How do you think the four C's connect with one another? So I think you already touched on it a little bit earlier with critical thinking skills. You're aware of what needs to be done, and therefore you'll be able to collaborate effectively. How do you think the four skills relate to each other in other aspects?
Well, very much because critical thinking skills will also lead you to learn that am I
Mm-hmm.
aware of how am I coping? Is alcohol too much alcohol good for me or not? Is this how I'm
Mm-hmm.
really coping or this is actually deviating the problem? Am I
Mm-hmm.
really resilient or just me pretending to be? 'Di ba? Posible siya eh.
Right.
Posible some people will just, post away and tell them that this is what I'm really doing, but in reality, they're not.
Mm-hmm.
So you need actually a good dose of critical thinking there. And it also pans out to your collaboration because if you don't know
Right.
how to think well, if you cannot think out of the box, and if you don't know how to cope well, for example, there's a difficult project for you guys to work on, like in school or in the workplace. So collaboration, kung wala kang critical thinking and you don't know how to cope, how can you collaborate?
Mm-hmm. Right.
How can you
Right.
collaborate, diba? You cannot work with others, so it's gonna fail at some point. But the bottom line also, you need to have self-compassion. You know when to
Mm-hmm.
listen to your needs.
That's
You know
correct.
when to listen to your feelings. You know to ask yourself, teka lang, nahihirapan na ako. Alam kong kaya ko naman
Mm-hmm.
mentally, pero talagang my body, pagod na ako today. So it's actually not pushing yourself. Kung alam mo may sakit ka na, alam mo kung paano ka tumigil. Being kind to yourself and being kind also in your words to yourself and to other people. Compassion is a
Mm-mm.
critical
Mm-mm.
part of collaboration. You don't just collaborate
Right.
in the head. You collaborate with human to human relationship.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Doc. So it's great to see how intertwined they are, no? It's not just two skills related to each other and this other pair related. No,
Yes.
all four of them are connected. That's great. So how should we approach someone to collaborate with who is too close-minded and not open to another person's idea? That's a great question. I think you brought
Yeah,
up yung
that's a
mga
great
group
question.
work. Mm-mm,
Yes.
mahirap. So how would you collaborate with someone who is a bit close-minded? That's a
O parang
question
sa
from
college,
Louise.
ang hirap na thesis mates niyan.
That's right. Not the
Ako,
ideal.
ako sa'kin, you also have to you also have to get in the good side of that person.
Mhm.
Because that person might be lacking in self-compassion.
Right. You need to
Baka,
practice the compassion,
yeah,
right?
you need to, baka magandang kumonekta ka muna person to person. Yun na nakakalimutan natin eh. We connect with
Mm.
people here, pero kumusta ka ba? Baka naman the parents have very high expectations of them.
Mm. Mm.
And they're also not affirmed at home, so they're not
Right.
open to other people's idea. So maybe try to exchange ideas first
Before
and to get
presenting
to
your
know.
own, right,
Yes,
right.
and to get to know their insights, and then parang,
Mm-hmm.
I really would like to work with you because you have to get into the good side of the person. It's not flattery, but because you have good ideas. Hindi mo siya automatic na ika-clash. You get to know the other person, get into the good side, and then from there, take it from there. Can I leave you with questions? I would like to leave everyone, especially the Gen Zs here, the young ones here, as you reflect and introspect about what the kind of skill that you would like to pursue. I would like to leave with it. What is your vision of your best self? Yan. In this session, if you're thinking about the world of work and being future ready, what is your vision of your best self? I'm not saying this is about hard skills and the kind of work that you would like to do, but it's about you and being your best person in terms of character, in terms of your human skills. The next question, if you think that you would like to work on your best self, what do you think you need to improve now? Ngayon pa lang. As high
Mm.
school, you don't improve that later on. What do you need to improve now, to work on now, so that you can be your best self later? If you have that vision, what do you think you can improve now? And I would like you to reflect about this. These are the critical questions that I would like to leave you with. Isipin nyo. Wala sa social media yung sagot, wala sa teacher nyo. It's inside you. Start introspecting later.